16 will qualify through the heat races. We'll take 4 more out of tonight's B. Going to be a tough one just to make the big dance here tonight in the Great Western Bank USRA B-Modifieds. Field set. Corbin Erickson, Nick Barger bring us to the green for 6 laps. Barger may be going sprint car racing this year, but he still knows how to get around in one of these modifieds, and he looks strong, getting the initial lead. That 18 of Corbin Erickson in the second spot. Chuck Cherniket Jr. in that Ford S. Had a rookie season last year, had some growing pains. He formerly competed in a micro sprint and then got into one of these B-Modifieds. He's running in that third spot. Justin Volz had a tough year last year in that 22. He runs position number 4. That's the final transfer spot. Cherniket holds the final redraw position. Nick Barger stretching his lead out to 0.8 of a second now over the 18 of Corbin Erickson. There you see a battle for the 1K of Scott Kennedy in the 2G of Grail. Grail dives to the bottom. He's going to slide up the racetrack, gets into Kennedy. No trouble there in turn number 4. Grail going around in the 2G. Nate Grail out of Hitchcock, South Dakota with trouble over there in the 4th turn, and that's going to put us under the caution for the first time here tonight. Scott Kennedy restarts right behind them in the 1K, then the 45 of Tucker Powell, the 11X of Quinton Johnson, and Nate Grail rejoins at the back. Green flag about to come back out, 2 laps down. Volz goes to the bottom behind this action you're watching here, and that's going to move the 1K of Scott Kennedy. He went top shelf in turn 3 and come around and got that final transfer spot in that 21K. Volz now starting to be pressured from that orange 45 of Powell. Tucker Powell moving in on him as you look out there at the 14N of Nick Barger, the Madison, South Dakota driver, looking very strong here in the opening heat race tonight of the Great Western Bank USRA B-Modifieds. Barger flashing by the stripe now. The white flag out. 1 lap to go. It's still all Barger, Erickson, and Chernitek in those redraw spots, and Kennedy trying to hold on to go to the A main. That's how they're going to come off turn number 4 to the checkered. That's how the front 4 will finish. The 14N of Nick Barger picks up the victory. Corbin Erickson, Chuck Cherniket Jr. also make the redraw tonight and going to the A, finishing 4th, the 1K of Scott Kennedy. Justin Volz, Tucker Powell, Nate Grail, and Quinton Johnson, the rest of your unofficial finish. Jed Regnier, the rookie out of Crook, South Dakota in the 59 inside row 2. To his right, Logan Kafka out of Wagner, South Dakota in the 6K. Aaron DeThury is from Sioux Falls. He pilots the 07 and starts inside row 3. Jeff Whitrock of Sioux Falls outside of him in the 66. And Scott Heinricher from Flandreau from the tail. 6 laps your distance. Top 4 transfer, top 3 redraw. Long tow from Lansing, Kansas to be here at I-90 Speedway at Hartford, South Dakota. So you can bet that Jake Richards is going to want to make the most of this one. But right now it is the 18D of Chris Getz who says gets back home, trying to take that lead from him. Working around the top, but that 7J of Jake Richards looking very strong on the bottom. See them going into turn 3. Just behind them, Logan Kafka in the 6K has that final redraw spot. The 4th and final transfer position right now belonging to Jed Regnier in the 59. There you see a good close look as the 6K of Logan Kafka come into your screen. He was looking to the inside of Getz. Couldn't quite get there for position number 2. Kafka will run 3rd off of turn 4. They will come. 3 laps to go as they come by the stripe in heat race number 2 for the USRA B-Modifieds. Brought to us by Great Western Bank and I-90 Speedway. Kafka again could not get to the inside of the 18B of Getz. Battle for the final transfer spot is starting to heat up a little bit behind that 2nd and 3rd place battle as the 59 of Regnier trying to hold off the 17 of Heinricher to go to the A main, as the 07 of DeThury is also in that battle. You watch the 18D of Chris Getz fending off the 6K of Logan Kafka. That's the race for second as they come to the white flag. It is all the 7J of Jake Richards out front in this one. He has got it well under control in this one by 1.9 seconds over that race for second. So it'll be Jake Richards coming to the checkered. The battle for second to the line will go to the ATV of Chris Getz. The 6K of Kafka will finish in third. And here comes the final transfer spot, and it goes to the 59 of Jake Regnier. So there's the finish. It is the 7J Jake Richards, 18D Chris Getz, 6K of Logan Kafka, and 59 of Jed Regnier are your transfer cars to tonight's A main. For your third of 4 heat races tonight in this B-Modified division. Again, 29 entries, 16 go directly to the A, 4 from a B to give us 20 for tonight's A main. Clint Erickson, Camden Myers, row number 1, ready for the green, and we're underway in heat 3. Camden Myers in the 1M. He'll lead it as the 21X of Clint Erickson slips up the racetrack. Here comes that 27 of Tyler Myers working to the inside. Can you tell it's opening night? Tripping all over myself here. Myers runs in the 3rd spot, and then the race for the final transfer spot. Randy Van Veldhuizen, dairy farmer out of Rock Rapids, Iowa, has it in the 66R. He'll have to hold off. Drivers including Darren Engresser in the 11S. Also back there, Trevor Tesh and Doug Wallace trying to come forward here in the 3rd of 4 heat races. Great drive off the corner. You saw it there from the 1M of Camden Myers, the Ethan, South Dakota driver of the Riggs Construction Superior Spray Foam Deals and Collision Center 1M, looking very good in this heat race as the 2nd place car goes up the hill a little bit. The 21X of Clint Erickson opens the door, and the 27 of Tyler Myers going to come right on through that door and say thank you very much. So it's Camden Myers, Tyler Myers, 1-2, Clint Erickson and Randy Van Veldhuizen still in the final transfer spot. In fact, Van Veldhuizen a bit of an advantage over the 11S of Darren Engresser for that final transfer spot. Engresser trying to hold off the 21T of Trevor Tesh for position. Engresser runs in 5th. Out front, they come to the white flag. Your leader, Camden Myers. Tyler Myers still solidly in 2nd. And Clint Erickson looking to make the redraw on that 21X. White flag is out. Final trip around here in heat race number 3 of 4 for the Great Western Bank USRA B-Modifieds. Off of that 4th turn to the checker. We'll go to Myers, boys. Camden and Tyler going 1 and 2. Clint Erickson and Randy Van Veldhuizen also going to tonight's A main. Camden Myers, Tyler Myers go 1-2 in this one, the 1M, then the 27. Clint Erickson makes the redraw in the 21X, and Randy Van Veldhuizen makes tonight's A main in the 66R. Darren Engresser was 5th, Trevor Tesh 6th, Doug Wallace finishes 7th in the W. Brock Hess is your defending track champion out of Sioux Falls. The NTA refrigeration transport car with 9 career wins here starts on the pole. Damian Vandenberg of Renner, South Dakota starts outside in the 97. So defending champion and rookie in row 1. Tyler Tesh of Lennox in the 22T, 11 Lyndon Johnson, 21K Dave Kennedy, 20 Derek Van Veldhuizen, and 81 Tanner James. We are green. Hess will lead him off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. He's got that rookie in the 2nd spot. Damian Vandenberg in the 97. Lyndon Johnson grabs 3rd. As 2nd place running Vandenberg went up the hill. They nearly thought about going 3 wide off of the 4th turn, but things changed dramatically. Johnson now into the 2nd spot. Coming into the picture for 3rd and side by side for it is the 20 of Van Veldhuizen and 97 of Vandenberg. Those are transfer spots, but one of them could start on the pole, the other start deep in the field. The 20 of Vandenberg now runs in 3rd. You see that 22T coming forward. Tyler Tesh on the move. Always strong here at I-90 Speedway, 3 times a winner at this track. And He's going to have to get by that 97 to get into a transfer spot. He will do it. Now Vandenberg shuffled out of a transfer. Needing to charge back forward if he wants to bypass that B main. 22 of Tesh running in fourth. Van Veldhuizen is third in front of him. Lyndon Johnson runs second, and well out front is Brock Hess. In fact, the lead for Hess right now is 2.3 seconds here in heat race number 4 of the USRA B-Modifieds. White flag over the field. Hess still very strong and growing that lead out to 2.7 seconds. Final time off of turn number 4. The 16 comes to the stripe and will pick up the win. That's Brock Hess. Lyndon Johnson going to go second. Derek Van Veldhuizen will finish third. And the final transfer spot goes to Tyler Tesh. Brock Hess, your winner in the 16. He'll bring with him to the A main the 11 of Lyndon Johnson, the 20 of Derek Van Veldhuizen, and the 22T of Tyler Tesh. The 97 of Vandenberg will go to the B, as will the 21 K of Kennedy and the 20 of Van Veldhuizen. For transfer, 8 times around to decide who those transfers are. It's B main time for the Great Western Bank USRA B-Modifieds. A couple cars stacking up deep in the field. Now things looking better. Heinricher, your leader. Vandenberg in the second spot. Yellow's going to come out, however. So the caution coming out, it's for the 22 of Justin Volts, who was the pole sitter, and he's been told to stop down there at David Beeman in turn number 4. And you're asking why? Well, there was some fluid coming off the back of that car, so the track officials, for safety's sake, want to stop that car and make sure it's not leaking fuel all over the place, which of course would not be good. So that draws the caution. We will have a complete restart coming up on this B main for the Great Western Bank USRA B-Modifieds. Not sure what was going on with the W of Doug Wallace. What I do know is every time he takes a picture of his race car and posts it on Facebook, there is always a can of Busch Light somewhere in the picture. It's like a Where's Waldo that you got to find. Complete restart, all 8 laps on the board. Here we go for transfer, and we're back to green. Trevor Tesh had a little trouble about mid-pack, slipped up the track. They're 3 wide for the race lead. Here comes Vandenberg in the middle. Bang, he gets into Heinricher. Heinricher goes up the hill. He's trying to hold on to a transfer spot here into 30. And the 07 has that final transfer spot, trying to take Block 21 Motorsports to the A main. 1 down, 7 to go. Dave Kennedy working his way through the field. The 21K, always a strong runner here. Surprised to see him in the B main. He's got 1 more spot to go to put the 21K into the big show tonight. See him sizing up the 07 of Aaron to 30. The 30 runs 4th. That's the final transfer spot. Kennedy going to the bottom of turn number 4. Nearly got to the bumper down the front straightaway. It's Vandenberg, Volts, Heinricher, and the 30 in the transfer positions. Will come to the halfway point. 4 down, 4 to go. Kennedy still on the outside looking in, as is the 21T of Trevor Tesh. Tesh running back there in the 8th spot. Oh, the 30 slipped up the racetrack. Kennedy got to his bumper, gave it a little whammy. Now looks to his inside. Down the back straightaway they go. Dave Kennedy to 21K. Aaron to 30. The 07 side by side for the final transfer spot. Off of 4 they work. The Thury with the advantage by the stripe. 2 laps to go in this one. Who will take their car to the A-main? That's the final transfer spot being raced for as the white flag is shown to Damian Vandenberg in the 97 out front. The Thury still had the advantage at the stripe. Vandenberg, Volts, and Heinrich are well in control of their destiny as the Thury went up the racetrack. The 07 just gave it away to Dave Kennedy in the 21K. Dave Kennedy will get the final transfer spot, finishing in 4th. Oh, just looked away for a second, and then the Thury was out in the grass. Not sure what happened there, but checkered flag waves. Damian Vandenberg in the 97, your winner. Justin Volts second. Scott Heinricher, the 17, third. And a big battle for the final transfer spot. It goes to Dave Kennedy in the 21K. Your B-feature transfers following in on the back. That's the 97, Damian Vandenberg of Renner inside row 9. Outside, Justin Volts of Hartford in the 22. Scott Heinricher of Flandreau in the 17. In the 10th row inside, Dave Kennedy in the final starting spot outside row number 10. Fastenal pace truck drops him off. We're ready to go. 15 laps your distance. It's A-main time for your Great Western Bank B-Modifieds. Car stop down at the bottom of 2 is going to put us under the caution before a lap goes in the books. And you'll see over there the 97 of Damian Vandenberg coming to a stop in the bottom of turn 2. So a complete restart coming up on this one, and Chuck Cherniket Jr. is going to say, no, I did not want to see a restart. That second-year driver was about to lead his first ever green flag lap in an A-main here at I-90 Speedway. So complete restart here with the 7J out of Kansas. Jake Richards setting the pace. Chuck Cherniket Jr. outside of him as we come to the green. 15 laps. Better restart this time, or better start this time for Jake Richards. He'll lead him back to turn number 3 as Lyndon Johnson got off the back straightaway, lost several spots. Everyone fighting for the ground. Cherniket goes up the hill, 3 wide down the front straightaway between Myers. And now Barger goes to his outside looking for second. The 27 of Tyler Myers going to slide up. Now they're 3 wide behind them, including the defending track champion coming forward on the bottom. That's the 16 of Brock Hess as Barger throws the thing sideways to cut to the bottom. Jake Richards leads Tyler Myers in second. Camden Myers up to third, and the 16 of Hess up to the 4th spot, followed by the 14B of Barger. You see that pack of cars off of the 4th turn. Back they go to turn number 1. Tyler Myers works the top, then down to the bottom. The 16 of Brock Hess, as we saw him be so successful out here last year, keeps that car glued to the bottom of the racetrack most nights. Red lights, trouble in turn number 4. Car going upside down. And the car is coming to a stop with the red lights on all around I-90 Speedway. We double up the field for the green flag in turn 4. 12 laps remaining in the Great Western Bank USRA B-Modified feature. Back to the green, 12 to go. Jake Richards looking very strong. There's a couple cars off the pace deep in the field, including the car who was up the front there, the 27 Tyler Myers was off the pace, falls to the back of the field and takes the 22T of Tyler Tesh to the tail with him. Meanwhile, Camden Myers on a tear. Saw him win his heat race, but he's got a big battle on his hands now. The 16 of Brock Hess working to the inside. Brock Hess, the red, yellow 16. Camden Myers, the silver and green 1M. Myers continues to hold that second spot at the line. They keep their eyes on Jake Richards in the 7J. Kansas driver not able to check out on this one. By the way, fourth belongs to Nick Barger. Lyndon Johnson into the top 5 in the 11. Johnson started outside row 5. 8 laps remaining on this one. The interval, 0.6 of a second from Richards back to Camden Myers. Last time by the flag stand. We'll see the crossed flags this time by. We'll check the interval as they come by at the halfway point. It is now still 0.6 of a second. So almost absolutely identical laps from the first and second place cars that time by. Brock Hess trying to change lines, look for something as Myers goes to the very bottom of the racetrack, slides up. Richards got a big run off of the corner and was able to stretch his lead by 0.02 of a second as the yellow comes out once again. The 22 of Justin Volz was slow on the back straightaway. And debris out there in turn 2. So Justin Volz is limping the 22 machine back to the pit area. You can see debris out there on the top side of turn number 2, so that's why we go under the caution. As Justin Volz, I'm going to bet that's a drive shaft over there because Volz has not made it back to the pit area. He's stalled going up the hill. Out there. Locations all over the area. 7 laps remaining. Jake Richards trying to capitalize on the cruise up from Kansas with the victory. Some local drivers trying to spoil that plan. We're back to green. Lyndon Johnson making a move here on the restart. The 10th starter up to the 4th position in the Dirt Nymph Chansey 11. He works the bottom. We work for the race lead. Brock Hess with a good restart. All over the 7J of Richards. Hess on the bottom. Richards through the middle and the top. Side by side through the corner. Then Richards with the momentum gets the nose back ahead. Hess to the bottom. Side by side through turn number 4. It's still Richards at the line, but not by much. 0.08 the difference at the line. Will the momentum or the top shelf pay off? They are still neck and neck through turn 3. 16 of Hess works the bottom. He's got a bit of an advantage off of turn number 4. The defending track champion leads at lap number 11. Jake Richards trying to fight back on the top. But it'll be Hess sliding up, gets that bumper in front of him and has the advantage now with 3 laps remaining. Camden Myers still 3rd. Lyndon Johnson, Nick Barger remain in the top 5. Richards changes his line, trying to figure out what Hess found on the bottom and how that 16 machine went blowing by him for the race lead at lap 11. They will come off of turn 4 and get the white flag as you see Randy Van Veldhuizen and Scott Kennedy racing for position. White flag is out. Brock Hess out front. 3 wheels it off of turn number 2. He will dive to the bottom of turn number 3. And like he did many times out here in 2019, Brock Hess going to victory lane at I-90. Jake Richards second. Camden Myers, Lyndon Johnson, Nick Barger in the top 5. So it will be the 16 of Brock Hess going to winner's circle. Picking up the lead, lap number 11 from the 7J of Jake Richards, who led those opening circuits. Richards will finish in 2nd. Camden Myers 3rd, Lyndon Johnson from 10th to 4th, and Nick Barger 5th. Corbin Erickson was 6th, Chris Getz was 7th, Logan Kafka 8th, Randy Van Veldhuizen 9th, Scott Kennedy 10th, followed by Tyler Tesh, Tyler Myers, Chuck Chernikit Jr., Clint Erickson, and Jed Regnier, the top 15.